Okay, good morning everybody. How are you students? I hope you are well. Today is a good day for you and we have a new lesson to tackle this morning. Our topic is about integers. So now you are already Matheum 1, so you have to learn about integers. But first, teacher will explain to you the basic so that you can have a good training or a good guidance or direction to follow all the signs in our signs. Okay, so now I have to ensure you that the meaning of this lesson and all the terms that teacher using to you every time I use some terms, you should understand and remember. For example, if I will ask you like this. So now teacher is showing you what is this. So in our operation of mathematics, this is addition. Okay? Addition.
Okay.
And then when teacher sign is like this, we are using multiplication. And if teacher using like this, it is division. It's not a addition. If this is addition, very clear. But this is division. We have to divide our two arms into two. Okay. And then we have another one which is what? It is subtraction. So we tackle already the four operation of mathematics, which is addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. But before that, I have to inform also, I have to tell you about the BMA. Okay? The BMA. Maybe what is teacher? Why talking BMA? Why this teacher talking BMA? In integers, we have to learn about the brackets. And we have to do in order. And then we have to divide. This is the rules. And then multiply, and then add, and then subtract. If you are not following this formula, then you cannot reach the right answer. Okay? So, we will start now. So, you have to remember again what I tell you. Our objective here is to learn how to identify the lesser or the descending, the smaller number to greater number, the greater number to smaller number. So, and that is our objective. We have 2 to 3 objectives. Then after, now, I have to introduce you the arrow. Why teacher show me an arrow? Teacher show you an arrow, the red and the blue, or any color. Okay? There's no problem about the color. But when going to the left, remember, we are using negative sign. What is negative sign? It's like minus. It's like subtraction. When we are going to the right, it is positive. Positive, it means what? You are adding. The number getting higher, more. While in the left, you are getting lesser, smaller. Okay? I hope you understand, guys, students. Then, we have here the examples. The examples is like ordering, comparing integers. Teacher, why we are comparing? We are comparing and ordering from smaller to greater or smaller to bigger. And then we have to compare which is smaller, which is bigger. We have to identify it what? We have to identify it by smaller to bigger, bigger to smaller. It's like inverse. Okay, next is we have here example number 1. Comparing negative. Okay, negative. So again, it is a minus or a subtraction sign. Teacher showing you this number line. This is the best way that you will understand. Teacher, why you tell negative 10 is smaller? Because the more you go to the left, the more your number become little, smaller. But if you are going to the right, your number become greater or more than. Okay, another one. There's another term that teacher using for you, which is this. Teacher talking about more than, greater than. We are not depending on this. Okay? We have to depend also in this sign. What this sign is? The sign is, if letter L, if teacher tell you letter L, it means it is less than, smaller number. And it focus in this left side.
You can stick on the board.
This one, if letter L, it is smaller. And this one is greater. So, before, if you will forget, you have to remember one of them. Letter L. Oh, if letter L is smaller, put in your mind, letter L is smaller. So, always like that. And next is the quadrant. Teacher, how I will identify if that is negative or positive? Because in integer, it's very important. Okay. This one is the quadrant, which is the x and y. If you will talk to the students, about the quadrant, they don't know anything. Okay, they lost. Teacher, why you are jumping? Especially if nobody can explain to them. But this is very important together, these three. So quadrant 1, if you going, you know already the x and y. So if you going up is positive, if you going down, it is negative. But this is going right, it is also positive, and going left, it is negative. It isn't here. So it's very clear for them. Then, the quadrant is going down also. So the quadrant 1, when we start, this all positive. But in quadrant 2, positive and negative. And quadrant 3 is all negative. And quadrant 4, again, negative, positive. But after, we are discussing all of this operation by some of the examples we will tackle. So here we have comparing negative integers on a number, and we have the second example is comparing positive and negative integers. This is the one. I am comparing now this one. I am comparing the positive and negative. Okay? Then, number 3 examples is ordering integers using number line. Okay, now we will start writing some examples so that you will know how it will do after. If teacher will give you solutions. Okay, so most of these are like you will feel confused. Okay, so the example here is this. If the sign is positive, it's okay if you will not write positive sign. Make like this. Teacher will consider no, even no have sign, it's okay. Because that is already understood that that is the positive. So, you have to add 20. Okay. Then, if we have this one, so you have to subtract. That is subtraction integer. This like ordinary 5. Okay? 10 minus 15 is 5. How about if we are using now the sign? So you will start confusing. So you have to look at this. Because if teacher tell you 10, positive 10.
Can you read 10?
10. 10 plus negative 15. Then the students will lose. Oh my God, what is that? Especially Matthew 1. That's why you have, before you tackle the whole topic, you have to introduce with them so that they will not lost what you are talking. No, what is that, teacher? Okay, so now we are using. What is the rules of this? So we have to follow negative, this one, quadrant, or either quadrant 4 and quadrant 2. Okay, so the rules here is, if the higher number, which is using negative sign, you have to follow negative sign. Okay? But after that, if this is negative 10 plus like this. So your answer is positive 5. We have our rules. The rules here, you have to look. Don't touch the second term. First term, sorry. First terms. Not always you are looking on this one. Only this you have to look. If we are using the integers. Whatever, even multiplication, even division, you have to follow this. These are the 4 operations of mathematics that cannot be denied. Every time, even using algebraic expression, all of them, it is usable, always. So that's all on my explanation for the basic learning of integers. I hope that you understand, you know, the four operation of mathematics, and also this, the greater and the less than. This is very important. Okay, now it's time for you. It's time for you to answer if really you understand. Okay? Okay. Myrna, can you tell me if you really understand? What are the four operations the teacher explained to you?
Addition, subtraction.
Please stand up.
Okay, the four operation of
Mathematics
are division, addition, multiplication, subtraction, multiplication,
Again?
How you evaluate?
addition,
Oh, ano yun?
Subtraction.
multiplication, division.
Okay, very good. How about this one? You remember one? So that you can identify if what letter is less than?
Letter L.
Very good. Okay, how about in these examples? What you learn? What teacher explained to you about this? We have to change the first or the second to follow. Which one we have to follow? Which sign we have to follow? The first or the second?
First.
The first, but here it is negative. So which one you think? We are using now negative, but here positive, here negative. So which one we use? It is
Negative.
negative. Very good. So how about here? Are we changing the first? Are we using yes or no? Are we using the first term? Yes or no?
Yes.
Are we using?
No.
Okay, no. We are using the second term. Always we are using the second term. Okay. So I hope you learned in this lesson. And next time we have to tackle more examples, and I will give you some tests and quizzes. But first, before we leave, we have to take note the assignment for you too, and I have to know if really you understand. Okay, class? Thank you very much. Have a good day. Take care, all of you.
Thank you, teacher.
Teacher.